The Rosewood Hotel stood tall against the backdrop of a dusky sky. Its silhouette was imposing, almost menacing. Decaying grandeur emanated from the building. The Rosewood was once a beacon of luxury, a playground for the elite. Now it was a shadow of its former self. The paint peeled, revealing the ravages of time and neglect. The once gleaming windows were now dusty and boarded up. It was a place forgotten, abandoned to the whispers of the wind and the secrets it held within. The Rosewood Hotel was more than just an abandoned building. It was a vessel of untold stories, stories of love and loss, joy and despair, life and death. But most importantly, stories of the restless souls who refused to leave. The air around the hotel was thick with a palpable sense of dread. An unseen entity seemed to watch from the shadows, its presence both alluring and terrifying. A beat-up jeep pulled up the long, winding driveway. Inside were four friends: Sarah, Mark, Lisa, and Tom. They were on a road trip searching for adventure. Little did they know they were about to drive headfirst into a nightmare, their destination, the Rosewood Hotel.
I can't believe we're finally here. This place is going to be epic.
I've got my camera ready. Let's capture some real spooky stuff.
I don't know, guys. This place gives me the creeps already.
Come on, Lisa. It's just an old hotel. What's the worst that could happen?
The heavy oak doors creaked open as if warning them. The air inside was stale and cold. The musty smell of decay filled their lungs. Cobwebs hung from every corner and dust covered every surface. The silence was deafening, broken only by the sound of their own breathing.
"Welcome to the Rosewood Hotel," she croaked, her voice raspy and weak. "I hope you enjoy your stay, if you can call it that." Her words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken warnings.
The friends were given a room at the end of a long, dark hallway. The faded grandeur of the hotel was evident, even in its dilapidated state. The wallpaper was peeling, revealing faded floral patterns. The carpet was threadbare, muffling their footsteps. Inside their room, a heavy, leather-bound journal lay on the nightstand. It was filled with faded ink and frantic handwriting. It belonged to a former guest, a man driven to madness by the horrors he had witnessed. The journal spoke of strange noises, cold whispers, and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures. Each page was a descent into madness, each word a terrifying testament to the reality of the supernatural. As the friends huddled together, their eyes glued to the journal, a blood-curdling scream ripped through the silence. It came from the room next door, room 13. The journal mentioned that room. It was the epicenter of the paranormal activity, a room best left undisturbed.
I'm gonna check it out.
Mark, ever the skeptic, was the first to approach the door. He pressed his ear against the cold wood. The screaming had stopped. Only an eerie silence remained. He slowly turned the handle, his heart pounding in his chest. The door creaked open, revealing nothing. The room was empty, but the air was heavy, thick with unseen menace. The friends continued their exploration, their footsteps echoing in the silent hotel. They stumbled upon a grand ballroom. The remnants of its former glory were still visible. The glittering chandeliers, now draped in cobwebs, the expansive dance floor, now home to dust and decay. And on the far wall hung a portrait. The portrait was of a man with haunting blue eyes that seemed to follow their every move. As they stared at the portrait, they heard it, a soft sob, then a gasp. It was coming from the portrait. The man in the painting was crying. Then he opened his mouth and let out an ear-splitting scream, the same scream they had heard earlier. Shaken but determined to uncover the truth, the friends continued their exploration. They wandered through the desolate halls, their flashlights cutting through the darkness. Each room held its own story, its own secrets. They felt a cold breath on the backs of their necks, even though they were alone. They heard whispers in the darkness, voices calling their names. A cold, unseen hand brushed against Lisa's cheek.
Oh my God, something touched me.
She gasped, her hand flying to her face. The fear was palpable, suffocating them with its icy grip. The Rosewood Hotel was alive and it was toying with them. They reached the grand dining room. its long, empty table a stark reminder of the hotel's former life. They could almost hear the echoes of laughter, the clinking of glasses, the murmur of conversations long gone. But something felt wrong. The air was thick with anticipation, the silence heavy with dread. Suddenly, the candles on the table flickered and ignited, bathing the room in an eerie, dancing light. The chairs surrounding the table scraped against the floor, as if being pulled back by unseen guests. The spectral remnants of a feast long past were gathering, and the friends were their unwelcome guests. Panic began to set in. The friends decided to leave, to escape the horrors of the Rosewood Hotel, but as they turned to leave, they noticed it. A door hidden behind a tattered tapestry. It was the entrance to the basement. The journal mentioned the basement. It was a place of unspeakable evil, a portal to something sinister. Curiosity and fear warred within them. Should they dare to venture into the depths of the hotel's darkness? Should they tempt fate and uncover the secrets hidden beneath the Rosewood Hotel? The friends exchanged nervous glances. The decision was made. They had come too far to turn back now. They slowly opened the door, the hinges groaning in protest. A gust of cold, stale air hit them, carrying with it the smell of damp earth and something else, something foul and sinister. As they stepped through the doorway, the door slammed shut behind them, plunging them into darkness. They were trapped. The Rosewood Hotel had them now, and it wasn't going to let them go without a fight. Will the friends escape the haunted Rosewood Hotel? Or will they become permanent residents of this terrifying tomb? Stay tuned for the chilling conclusion of Welcome to the Haunted Rosewood Hotel, a terrifying tale in the next installment of this series. What do you think awaits the friends in the basement? Share your theories in the comments below.